It says it's live. Live like Memorex. I have no idea what a referral code is. Well, I know what a referral code is, but why was it asking me for a referral code? And then when I said I don't have a referral code, it said that it wasn't recording it. What? I don't know. I don't know. Says two people here. Say something. If you can hear me and you can see me, say something, please. Say hello, jackass. Ah, Gemma. Bonnie. Cause it loves you, I guess. I'm not using my normal software. I'm using StreamYard because yesterday restreamed the entire system. It crashed. Oh, whoop whoop. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you had an enjoyable day today. Super Chat Cat. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. But I've been using Restream. That's the name of the company. Stream. Restream. I've been using the company since 2022 for streaming to multiple different platforms. And then yesterday, the whole thing crashed. I couldn't log into it at all. And it deleted everything that, the links that are on the YouTube dashboard, it deleted it all. It said I had no upcoming today stream, and it had no Sunday upcoming up stream. And when I logged in tonight, it said all it says is please contact customer support. That's as far as I can get. I can't even get to the creator's dashboard. Nothing. Well, I hope you got my email. I will look for it afterwards. Gemma, I have not looked for it. No Thanksgiving on this side of the pond. Well, all the same, Tom, thank you for joining us tonight. I know that in different parts of the world, they have, Thanksgiving, a different day in Canada. They have a like celebration in other parts of the world. They may not be all the same as in America. We have Thanksgiving, it's totally lost its meaning to a large extent. I said it during your Sunday stream. Said you got it. I probably did. I just don't remember if I've read it yet, Gemma. So I probably did. I may not have had a chance to respond yet. But yeah, the software I've been using for almost 3 years, close to 4, it just tanked, and I can't get into it because it's the holiday, and I calling the customer, click on need help ? Clicking on that didn't help, so I scrambled and I put this together on StreamYard, as you can see from the duck up here in the corner. But anyways, so who wants to play a little bit of trivia? There's 15 questions tonight on the trivia, and I'll go over a brief little outline of it now. This is Holiday Feud. Why families secretly dread gathering for holiday gatherings. There are no teams, so don't worry. Each person plays for themselves. You only need to try to figure out the number one answer. Like Family Feud, there might be 7 answers or 5 answers. You're only trying to come up with the number one answer for each question. So don't comment, 7 or 5 or 3 different things. Just try to think about it. You have 2 minutes maximum. Okay, 2 minutes to try to think of the number one answer. Have fun. We can't pick our families, but we can pick our noses. Just remember that. You can't pick your family. With that said, K Bean, good evening, sweet universe. Welcome to tonight's Family Feud edition of Trivia. The first question is on the screen now, and I'll give you more than 2 minutes with this one so you get oriented to it. So again, there's 7 possible answers that are on the survey, but you're only trying to figure out the number one answer. Don't worry about the other 6. If you think you know what the number one answer is to this question, what is the number one reason people secretly dread family gatherings? If you think you know the number one answer, comment it now in the comment section. And then for question 2 and on through the number 15, you all you have to do is try to think of the number one answer. What do you think the answer is? Survey says, right? Yep, my family had drama. But like I said, I'll give you a little bit longer so you can kind of get used to, this format. It's not my normal trivia format outline, how I would, have questions. So what do you think the number one answer is for why do people secretly dread family gatherings? Sweet dreams, arguing, kitty Q, in-laws. Hello, America. How are you? I am not your native son, and I'm not coming to you from the city of New Orleans. All right. The answer to the first one, the first question, is old family drama is the number one reason. On the survey is 7. Number 2 was drunk family members, reason why they don't like to go to family gatherings. Number 3 is over or undercooked food. 4 is sports or holiday movies. 5 is politics. 6, former wife or spouse attends the family gathering. And number 7 on the survey was rather spend it alone. And after each answer, it'll tell you where exactly the information came from. So for this one, 712,599 people took a poll with Good Housekeeping magazine in 2024. Okay, so now we've seen how the question is. And again, you're only trying to come up with the number one answer on the survey. Again, and this is how the answers will be laid out. The answer, and then it will tell you where the information came from for that survey question. With that in mind, question number 2 through only have 2 minutes to answer the question. Okay? Do we understand how this works? And here we go. Question number 2. What is a psychological term describing the stress of holiday expectations? What is the number one answer? What is a psychological term describing the stress of holiday expectations? Ding, ding, ding. Sweet Universe says stress, LOL, says Kitty Q. You have one come up with the answer. What you think the number one answer is. If you're feeling blue, says Bonnie. Holiday anxiety. Commercialism, says Super Chat. Overwhelming, says Kitty Q. What is the psychological term describing the stress of holiday expectations? Little less than 30 seconds left. Depression. And that's time. The correct answer is expectations fatigue. Expectations fatigue is what the survey said was the number one psychological term for holiday expectations. Expectation fatigue. Number two answer was holiday anxiety. 3, social syndrome. 4, performance stress. 5, holiday manic disorder. 6, seasonal disorder. And 7, holiday dread. These are the poll results from the McCann Luther 9th edition text on psychology from 2021 through 2023. Gayla, good evening. All right, the next question is about to come up here as soon as I reset the timer. Reset. All right, question number 2. Remember, again, you have 2 minutes to come up with the number one answer only. You only need the number one answer. Answer what you think is the number one answer. Next question is, which relative is statistically more likely to start an argument after drinking alcohol during or after the meal? You have 2 minutes. Trying to come up with the number one answer for question number 3 of 15. Bonnie will have to look that up. Tom Baker's going with uncle. Sweet Universe, mother. Divorced cousin, says Super Chat. Kitty Q, mother or mother-in-law. We never had arguments. Family is tiny. No clue. We don't drink at my house. We allow, wine, but not in excess. Some people have a glass of wine with their dinner, and that's it. You have 1 minute left. All my uncles were sweeties, says Sweet Universe. Which relative is statistically more likely to start an argument after drinking alcohol, during or after the meal? It's usually the husband when I was on duty. Your mother drank 2 bottles of wine on her last Thanksgiving with you? And that is time. The answer is Uncle. Then husband of the host, number 2. Number 3, a grandparent. 4, sibling of the host. 5, cousin or niece of the host family, according to a Gallup poll conducted in 2023 on family gatherings and why people don't gather as often for family gatherings, with 500,000 people who took part in the poll. Tom Baker would be dead if he drank 2 bottles of wine. But uncle was the most likely, individual, according to the Gallup poll, to start an argument after drinking before or during the meal or after the meal. Question number 4. What was the number 1 complaint about holiday gift exchanges by those under the age of 35, both male and female? You have 2 minutes. One answer. What is the number 1 complaint about holiday gift exchanges by those under the age of 35, both male and female? Kitty Coo, cheap. Bonnie says too cheap. Sweet Universe, number 1 is cheap or too cheap. I already have that same item, says Tom. Clothing that doesn't fit. I get that a lot. I get that even from my own wife. I'm like, oh, sweetheart, that's so nice. I mean, I haven't worn that size since I was 25. Jersey Shore lemon pie DVD collection. Gifts not equal, says Gala. I can see that. Too much money, says Super Chat Cat. I hope you're doing well, Lemon Pie. I'm glad you could be here with us tonight. My mother died of cancer and my family is doing much better. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't get along with my mother, but if she died, I would definitely miss her. You have 10 seconds left. And that is time. The number 1 answer is too expensive. Number 3 is it takes too long. 3, didn't know what to buy. 4, people forget who gave what. 4, 5 is limited budget. 6, regifting. And number 7, don't like doing it. According to a 2025 poll conducted by People Magazine online to subscribers to their social media account, it does not say how many people took part in the poll. But too expensive was the number 1 answer for doing gift exchanges. All right. Next question. What is the least enjoyed item that is served at Thanksgiving and Christmas family gatherings across the lower 48 states? You have 2 minutes. What is the least enjoyed item served at Thanksgiving and Christmas family gatherings across the lower 48 states? Obviously, by that, it excludes Hawaii and Alaska. Ivory Lady, good evening, is going with green bean casserole, minced meat pies, Sweet Universe, cranberry sauce. Lemon pie goes fruitcakes. I don't enjoy any of those. No, green bean casserole a little, but I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it. Cranberry sauce is Gala. Limassol bean casserole. Not sure what that is. Cranberry sauce or fruitcake, says Kitty Q. Forgot about fruitcake, says Sweet Universe. What is the one least enjoyed item? I can think of a lot of things that I don't enjoy eating at family gatherings. I have an aunt who always brought like this bean. It had like lima beans. It was like a bean salad, but it had refried beans in it on top of it all. So it had like chunky beans and then refried beans and then some kind of like cream, sour cream, like mixed in with the whole thing. It was just gross. That's it. That is your time limit. The number one answer is sweet potatoes or yams. Number two on the list was green bean casserole. 3 was salad, a green mix of salad. Fruitcake was number 4. Cranberries from a can was number 5. Gravy from a jar, number 6. And number 7 was store-made pies. This comes to us from Facebook poll conducted from April to June of 2025 on the group page Couponers. Couponers are us. Sweet potatoes or yams. I like yams as long as they don't have like a lot of brown sugar in them. So that would send me over the edge. I'm not a fan of the fruitcake. I've had some good fruitcake. I've had some really awful hard fruitcake. Cranberries. I don't remember anyone ever serving it. I certainly didn't serve any cranberries today. My mother-in-law made a cranberry pie, but I haven't had any yet. I don't know anybody that made gravy from a jar. So easy to make. I don't know why you would do it, but I guess maybe people do. Different strokes for different folks, I guess, right? Next question. What topic is most likely to cause tension at the dinner table between men from the ages of 14 to 65? You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to think of the number one answer that causes tension between men age 14 to 65. No. Kitty Q is going with football, politics, lemon pie, Ivory Lady, politics, sports, Gala. I personally can't stand. I love watching football and I love the sport of football, but I can't stand that the NFL has decided that we need football at every possible turn of events in our lives. Hey, can you get it on New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, any day of the year? You can't sit down without football being blasted and pushed at you from all corners. We never talk about our Belgian politics, says Tom. Lazy chronic unemployment, says Sweet Universe. The honey-do list, says Bonnie. What topic would drive men to argue, cause tension between 14 and 65? That's a large gap of individuals. in ages. The Jersey Shore, Inner Peas. Good evening, Inner Peas. The Chiefs lost today. Did they? Didn't they play Dallas? I thought for sure Dallas would lose. They're not having the best year. And that's your time. The number one answer is sports. Sports as a general. Didn't list football, baseball, or anything. Just said sports. Politics, number 2. Women and relationships, number 3. Transportation brands. I would guess that's probably like the Ford, Chevy, Dodge kind of argument. And 5 is unemployment, jobs in general. According to a Men's Health Online poll conducted annually for subscribers. Where this one comes from. I don't know about, does anybody else read any of these magazines? I just got to ask. I mean, I've heard of Men's Health. I've seen that sitting on the newsstand at like 7-Eleven. I think I've seen, Good Housekeeping, at least in the past. I don't know if I've seen it recently. But does anybody read any of these things anymore? I mean, are they even in publication anymore? I don't even know. That just an honest question. I can't think of the last time I've seen, the printed media is pretty much dead everywhere, which is sad as hell. Because with the living in a digital world, what's here today can be altered in 5 minutes from now with a digital, footprint of it. You can erase the past. You can change it for the future. But with printed media, once it's printed, it's there for life. But that's just me. I'm an old book nerd. My sister had a Good Housekeeping at her house last week, so it's still around, huh? My family likes all the same teams. Gutfield was editor for Men's Health. He was built. Huh. Will, have you ever watched the channel Josh and Mama? No. Mama's cooking is horrendous. He served spam turkey today. That's a thing? Spam turkey? Or is it a turkey that's made out of spam that looks like a turkey, like they molded it together to look like a turkey? God, I hope that's what it is, and I hope they don't actually make turkey that looks like out of a can. It looks like a turkey. Well, that'd be scary as shit. Question number 7. Which female guest is most likely to start an argument with other guests after consuming alcohol before or during dinner? The opposite of what we had before. Before we had men. Now it's the women. You have 2 minutes to think of the number one answer and the number one answer only. Which female guest is most likely to start an argument with another guest after consuming alcohol before or during dinner? Sweet Universe has got to go with Mama, mother-in-law, Tom Baker, daughter-in-law. In my household, she's not around anymore. She's since passed onto the other side. But my Aunt Gutrid, she didn't drink, but she was she found a way to argue about everything. You've all met those kind of people in life. If you told them the sky was blue, they would tell you, no, it's not. Even though 999,000 other people say it's blue at that particular point in the day, she'd say, no, it's actually, It's the light rays, that are making it look blue to you. It's actually a greenish color. It's not blue at all. She would just, it didn't matter what you told her. She could not take it at face value. It had to be like, nope, we're gonna have to have a like long conversation about it. And she was always right. You never, ever, ever, ever could tell her anything she didn't already know. We've all met those kind of people. And that's time. The correct answer to question number 7 is grandmother. Then daughter of the host. 3 is aunt of the host. 4, girlfriend of family member. Okay. And 5, the host. Snooky says inner peace. According to Women's Health online edition from 2024 on conflict resolution and holidays. Grandmother. I don't know about my grandmother. My grandmother was quiet and reserved. If she said anything, it'd be, maybe, she always greeted me with, "Come here, darling." She always called me darling. But she never spoke up. Not my grandmother. All right, next question. Question number 8. What part of family gatherings for the holidays do people enjoy the most besides the food? 2 minutes. What part of family gatherings for the holidays do people enjoy the most besides food? I can't see the chat anymore. LOL. Only my own comments are visible, says Bonnie. I'm sorry, Bonnie. What is the number 1 answer for question number 8? Playing games, says Gayla. When everyone goes home. Catching up with stories, says Tom. I think I'm going to go with that one. Tom, I think you're right there. Catching up with stories or catching up with family would be mine. The end, going back home, says Sweet Universe. Super chat, playing games. Question number 8. What part of family gatherings do people enjoy besides the food? I'm gonna have to go with, for me and my family, catching up with each other, catching up on the family stories, what's going on, kind of the same thing. And now Bonnie's chat is back to where it should be. That's good. Go out and come back in, says Kitty Q. 20 seconds left. Question number 8. What do people enjoy besides the food? And that's time. Visiting family don't get to see. So, what we were saying. 2, sports and movies. 3, conversations. I guess conversations could be different from visiting. Yeah, to me, they'd be the same. 4, learning skills. Maybe they're learning how to cook. I mean, that's the only skill I would be learning at a family gathering, I guess, maybe. 5, breaking boredom. 6, alcohol. And 7, taking home food afterwards. So they enjoy the food and then they enjoy taking it home. All right, I could see that maybe. Next question. Question number 9. Why do so many people overeat at daily gatherings for Thanksgiving and Christmas? 2 minutes. Question number 9. Why do so many people overeat at daily gatherings? Are they gathering for more than one day? For Thanksgiving and Christmas? For it to be daily? I guess maybe some families do. I don't know. Stress eating, variety of foods, says Ivory Lady. Encouragement from relatives. Too much food cooked. I certainly made way too much food for the amount of people that came to Thanksgiving today. But I went and got to-go containers so they can take it all home because I don't want to keep it all. Take it home. It's already cooked. I don't need it. I bet it's stress eating. It's an eating competition. Because they don't get that food but twice a year. Specialty foods. I can see that. There are certain foods that my sister's family brings every year because half of her, my sister married into a Filipino family. So there are certain dishes that they only make during the holidays that are special items. My sister-in-law did that. All-go containers was a good idea. Yep. And that way I don't lose any of my own containers. And that's time. Number 1 is boredom. And then they're bored so they're eating too much. 2 is emotional coping. 3, peer pressure. 4, too much food left. 5, feel obligated to. 6, they want to try something new. And 7, not sure why they do it. Every answer is correct according to Gallup poll from 2023 and 2024. If you got any of them, I guess Gallup poll says you're correct. All right, that's interesting. Question number 10 of 15. What is the most enjoyed dessert served at Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner? Sweet Universe loves trying new things. This includes the Chinese community. Question number 10. What is the most enjoyed? Forgot to start the timer, so you get a little extra time on this one. I forgot to hit the timer start. Apple pie, pumpkin pie. Number 1 pumpkin pie, which I don't like, says Sweet Universe. I made 8 pumpkin pies, all from scratch. I made my own dough. I cut pumpkins and roasted them, and then made my own puree out of the pumpkin. The flesh I get, the meat of the pumpkins. I made them all from scratch. Do every year for Thanksgiving. Don't do it for Christmas though. Christmas is not my turn to do desserts. You forgot to hit like. Ivory Lady I like pecan pie. Pie and my snickerdoodles. My daughter was going to make snickerdoodles for me, Gayla, but when she came over, she didn't tell me she was going to, but she didn't have any cream of tartar. I didn't have any. She just assumed that I would, but I didn't have any. So she didn't make me any snickerdoodles. Oh my God, I love pecan pie, says Sweet Universe. This year I saw chocolate pecan pie at the farmer's market. Ooh. Now that's something I've never tried, a chocolate pecan pie. Oh, Bonnie loves pecan pie too. Question number 10 of 15, and that is time. What is the most enjoyed dessert at Thanksgiving and Christmas? Pumpkin pie. Apple pie is number 2. Peach pie is number 3. Strawberry pie number 4. And pecan pie is number 5. Chocolate pecan pie, kind of rich. I mean, I think pecan pie in itself is pretty rich, isn't it? It does sound good, though. Chocolate pecan pie, I mean, I would try it. Why the heck not? I like chocolate. I like pecan pie. All righty. Question number 11. What is the reason is given for why people drink more than they should at holiday family gatherings? What is the reason it is given for why people drink more than they should at holiday gatherings? You have 2 minutes. Yeah, it was a struggle, but I got it down. What is pecan pie? Tom Baker wants to know what a pecan pie is. Let's just say, Tom, if you don't have diabetes, you're going to get diabetes from a pecan pie just by looking at it. Alcohol. Tom Baker says, number one reason why they drink too much at a family gatherings are alcoholics. Because Snooky is there, says Interpeas. Super Chat Cat, off work the next day. Stress, says Sweet Universe. It's free. A pie with pecans and an egg-based sweet filling. Yum, yum, get you some. Never heard of peach pie? Oh, Sweet Universe, you need to go to the South. A sweet peach pie or peach cobbler. Just think of it as a peach cobbler, except for the topping, and it's in a pie crust. It's so good. I haven't had a good peach pie. There used to be a place around here called Clinker Daggers. That was a restaurant chain, Clinker Daggers, and they used to have the most amazing peach pie. And they would warm it up for you because it was in like that carousel thing when you went in, and they'd warm it up for you and give you a with a side of vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Both your parents were alcoholics. I am truly sorry about that, Sweet Universe. Excuse me. I've had peach cobbler, which is awesome. Rhubarb pie. I like Gala. I like rhubarb and strawberry pie. That's a good one. Strawberry and rhubarb. And we went past the 2 minutes because I got paying attention to what people are saying. Reason for drinking too much at family gatherings, celebration. Number 2, to relax. 3, is a tradition. Tradition to overdrink at family gatherings. Okay, whatever. 4, free alcohol. 5, peer pressure. 6, they have a problem. Somebody definitely said the free alcohol, and and number 6, they have a problem. 7, didn't know alcohol content level of what they were drinking. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Like, if it's like a mixed drink, like Sex on the Beach, you don't realize just how much alcohol is in that. Or Tom Collins. Yeah, people probably don't even know what these things are, but oh well. Those are pretty popular things that that I remember growing up people drinking. Tom Collins. Next question. Question number 12. Which family member is cited as the main reason people do not wish to see or interact at holiday gatherings? You have 2 minutes. Which family member is cited as the main reason people do not wish to see or interact with at holiday gatherings? Which person? They're calling you out, I guess. Or they're calling out this person, I should say. They're not calling out you personally or anything like that, but they're calling out this person. I'm going with Mama again, says Sweet Universe. Mother-in-law, says Gala and Lemon Pie. Question number 12. Which family member? Jane Fonda's mother-in-law. Oh, monster-in-law. The weird, creepy uncle. Monster-in-law. I don't think I've ever seen that one, Tom Baker. I always think of Mommy Dearest. Mommy Dearest, for all those people who've seen that. Wouldn't want to see her or interact with her at a holiday gathering. Personal experience. Father-in-law, says Bonnie. That was a fun movie. Says Tom Baker. Weird uncle or monster-in-law. Was a fun movie. And that is time. Mother of the guest is number 1. Sibling of the guest. 3, weird uncle. It comes in at number 3. Niece or nephew. 5 is father of the guest. 6 is sister or brother of the guest. And 7 is grandparent of guest. According to Psychology Today online, published the results in 2024. 2024 for that one. Next question. Question number 13. What phrases often signals the start of an argument to a guest who feels marginalized in social holiday gatherings? You have 2 minutes. What phrase often signals the start of an argument to a guest who feels marginalized in the social holiday gathering? Question number 13 of 15. That is not true. You'll never amount. Oh my God. You'll never amount to anything, says Inner Peas. Yeah, that would probably start an argument right there. Sloppy with your drink. What's your problem? Oh boy, these are good. What is your political party? Wow. When are you getting married? Says Super Chat Cat. Uh, we could start some real good fights in a family gathering with these ones. Wow. Question number 13 of 15. Ah, lemon pie. You love the Jersey Shore? You're feeling sorry for yourself again. Have you gained weight? Oh my gosh. These are gross. Yeah. Well, this family's never gathering again if any of this is said. Wow. Especially if they feel marginalized already. And that is time. All right. What is, are you pregnant? And they aren't? What is the number one answer? Remember, I told you is number one. Number two is you've grown so much. 3, let's say grace. 4, so you're unemployed. Why? Number 5, you made the stuffing. Readers poll from Parents Magazine online conducted in October of 2024 is where this one comes from. Remember, I told you was the number one answer for that one. They feel marginalized, and then that person says, "Remember, I told you." They sound like a really dull answer. I'd hate to hear some of the other ones that you guys have thrown out there. All right, next question. Question number 14. What percentage of U.S. households watch sports while gathered on Thanksgiving and Christmas and bet on the games? Ooh, gambling question. Question, you have 2 minutes. What percentage of U.S. households watch sports while gathered for Thanksgiving and Christmas and bet on the games? Oh, we all did better, Bonnie. Those are some knockdown, drag out questions. I mean answers. I would hate to be there. Just think though, I mean, that the question was from someone who feels marginalized already. Why aren't you pregnant? When are you getting married? Just guessing 25, Gala 50, Super Chat 65, Kitty Coo, no clue. I don't know, but betting, but a lot watch. Your family watches or bets? Question number 14. How many? I know. Well, nobody watched sports around here today. No one. Interpede 144,000%. But I know when I gather at other family members, they definitely watch football on television. But I don't know how many bet. And that's time. The answer is A. Number one answer is 70%. 2 is 60%. 3, 50%. 4, 30%. 5, 50%. 6 is 10%. And 7, less than 5%. According to ESPN and sports booking websites such as MyBookie and Stakes.com. These also include friendly wagers such as who will wash the dishes. Oh, so it's not necessarily gambling as in on the on as money wise. It could be for gambling, like I bet you, that the Dallas Cowboys are going to win today. If you lose, you wash the dishes. I could see that maybe, but 70% are watching and gambling on the game financially. I don't know about that. I think ESPN and these bookie websites, MyBookie and Stakes.com, I think they're probably a little biased. I don't know if I would agree with that 70% though. I've definitely seen it. I just don't think it's that high. Question number 15 of 20. When the question was asked to women ages 18 to 35, what was the number one question they feared and loathed being asked over and over again at family gatherings? Question number 15 of 15. Obviously, that means it's the last question. When the question was asked, by the way, I started the timer, by the way. When the question was asked, what do they loathe and fear being asked over and over again? Who's going to ask it over and over again? Is it one person or is it multiple people? When are you getting married? Why aren't you married? Those are good questions. I would hate to see that. Wait, Bonnie says. Tom Baker's going with, when will you get married? When are you going to find a partner, and get married and have a baby? When are you having children, says Ivory Lady? Are you expecting? Oh, he's at it. You're getting fat. Wow. When or did you get married? Says Gala. 18 to 35. I mean, childbearing ages. Maybe it is about children. But I wonder who they're fearing and loathe being asked over and over again at family gatherings. Nosy relatives. Yeah. My mother told me to never marry or have children. Children are not for everyone, that's for damn sure. There are plenty of people out there with children who shouldn't have them too. And that is time. What is the number one answer? When are you getting married? Number one. Number two, when are you going to have kids? Number two. Number three, are you in a serious relationship now? Four, has she given you a ring yet? Do women give rings to men? Five, why aren't you working more? Six, can I set you up on a blind date? Wow. Seven, are you sure you're not a lesbian? Oh my God. This is from Women's Health, poll conducted by Women's Health. Wow. Have you ever been entertained? I hope so. Have you liked the stream? Better yet, have you ever supported the content? Damn. Those are some brutal questions. And brutal answers to some of those polls. You all did an awesome job, by the way. Oh, thank you. Brazen questions, yeah. Those are fight starters. When are you getting married? Have you? Is it? Do seriously? I don't know. I mean, out of my own curiosity, I probably have to Google the answer. But do women give rings to men? I thought that was maybe it's just me. You know, I've never received a ring from I don't even think in the 30 plus years I've been married, my wife's ever bought me a ring of any kind. She bought me a necklace once, at least that I remember. I probably should remember everything, but I don't. I've never known anyone who did. Women don't give anything but shirts to men. I wish my mother-in-law could have heard my answers. She owes me a ring. I got a ring, but I bought them both. I bought both of them. Thank you, Will, and have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hubby is getting home from work, so I'm going to feed him. Be safe, everyone. You have a terrific week. Well, rest of the week. Don't forget, everyone, we've got trivia on Sunday, this coming Sunday. If you want to know who the trivia night is about Robert Lee Yates. Robert Lee Yates, the Spokane Killer, otherwise known as the Trash Bag Killer. This, I think, is the third time that I have done trivia on Robert Lee Yates, the serial killer. That is this Sunday at the normal time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 o'clock Eastern, 12 midnight in the UK. But that's this Sunday. So today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got a Saturday morning stream. And then Sunday is trivia. But page 2 news is Saturday. Isn't his daughter going around apologizing for him? Robert Lee Yates. I don't know if she is. I think he only had one biological child, though. But I wasn't sure if it was a boy or girl, but it probably is a girl. Me and my husband don't have rings. We thought it was a waste of money. I can understand that. I've got this one. This one's my ring is this is tungsten because I can't wear gold and I can't wear silver. I break out in a rash, like little tiny bumps from the metal, from gold and silver. So, but I've got this one's tungsten. But when I work, not what I do now, obviously, I'm not working around machinery now. But before, I used to work in a job where I worked around machinery, and I had one of those kind of like rubber. I guess they're like a safety band that can snap off. It's better to snap the band off than it is to snap and lose the whole finger. Yates, former service member who buried them in his yard. We were on a budget at the time, and now we really think it's a waste of money. Hey, as long as you're happy, it's all that matters, Kitty Q. As long as the two of you are happy. Life is way too short to be miserable. That's my take on it. But too many people these days, and you all know and seen and heard the statistics, You know, most marriages don't even make it to what, 5 years, 8 years now. People are like, we are disposable society now. Dispose of the other half. Go get yourself a new one. I don't understand it. Never will. Gates was at a German army base. Sweet Universe is going to look him up. Please do. It'll probably help you on the trivia night for sure. Robert Lee Yates. If you can't find anything underneath that, look up grocery bag killer. Robert Lee Yates. That is Sunday's trivia. Sounds very Kardashian. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up there. I want to thank everyone for stopping in and being here tonight to take part in trivia, you know, the Family Feud version of it. Next time, I'm just going to put number 1 on there, so it's not 5 or 7. And that way, you know, there's no confusion at all, you know, on how many you're trying to think of. And you know, if I do it in the future, I'll definitely rework it in that aspect. But thank you again to each and every one of you who was here tonight. I appreciate it, and I hope that, you know, if nothing else, I help make your Thanksgiving a little bit more enjoyable. You certainly did make mine more enjoyable by being here tonight with me. So I'll see you all later. You take care until next time. Bye.